Mercury gonna make you think and communicate and analyze about these things a little faster than analyzing it. It's gonna make you go ahead and communicate it, your feelings and the way you see them, a little faster than actually analyzing the circumstance. So it's going to put you in situations where a lot of things might be selfish to you, or a lot of things might be like, I need to take care of self first, or whatever like that. Or you might already have a energy of looking towards someone else as, I don't want to talk to this person right now, or already getting into an opposing type of situation. But as long as you're doing what Gaia wants you to do with Venus, as long as you're loving, appreciating the value, and relating to other people's emotional stance on things, regardless if you agree with it or not, if you can't learn how to agree to disagree, then it's going to be a bad time for you. But it's not like you ain't got no help. Gaia's giving you help. She's giving you Venus and Pisces right now. So that's what you are. Whatever debate, argument, whatever like that, whatever kind of conversations you're getting in with someone, as long as you are appreciating and valuing their emotional stance on things, then everything's going to be all right. And because you're tapping into the actual Venus frequency that Gaia wants you to put in right now. Now, when we go to Mars, Mars is your what Gaia wants you to do when it comes to Mars is your intentions, willpower, desires, and all things of that nature. Mars is in Gemini, so it wants you to put all that intentions, willpower, and desire into things, into forms of communication, into form of analyzing, into form of all right. Hold on. No, she don't. I don't put that down. I'll talk to her. Yeah. So sorry about that. But yeah, with Mars being in Gemini, you know, your intentions and your willpower and your desires is geared towards communicating, analyzing, and thinking in a mutable way. So right now, this is actually helping you out also. Now, a lot of these things may be hard to do depending on your signs, because it's a lot of, we're going to get into the squares and the sextiles and oppositions and stuff as Gaia may be dealing with, as mankind dealing with it in itself. But at the same time, when we talk about Mars being in Gemini, when you jumping into conversations or jumping into things of that nature with the sun and the moon being where they are, to a certain degree, it wants your intentions and your willpower, and not your willpower, but it wants your intentions and how you intend to approach what you're trying to do. It want it to be in an open and communicative way, to the point that you're being mutable, thinking and analyzing amongst yourself or other people's ways of thinking and communicating. So off the bat, it's wanting you to analyze and see how other people are thinking. It wants your intentions to be there. It wants your appreciation and your value system to be in a place of being relatable to other people's emotional stance on things and how they feel on things. Then when it comes into your communication and the way you think, then that's a rapid way for you to initiate and create new ways of how to see and feel about what you are thinking about, or whatever y'all conversating about, or whatever's going on amongst the circumstances that's dealing with the nerve systems and your surroundings. Then when it get into the emotional response on things and the stance, it wants you to feel, and it wants you to see, it wants you to feel, it wants you to see, and initiate and create a new way amongst the surroundings that you in. So anybody who coming around trying to make you see things in their way or whatever like that, no, you're going to be a follower or fall short to a program or realm of reality that this person's going to take you to. You know what I'm saying? And it may be things that you don't need to see in that realm of reality. And we know fire is light. So once it go into the inside, you're going to see a lot of things that you probably need to take care of yourself, that placing yourself in these situations. You see what I'm saying? Because anybody who got a fire moon understands that when they place themselves in situations, instead of looking at what's externally happening, they end up seeing what's going on and why they in the situation in the first place from the inside. So they see where they went wrong first, so externally they can understand it. So when it comes into all the planetary alignments, as far as Taurus being in the sun, you got to be practical. You got to be making sense right now. These got to be your actions. But your emotional response right now can be initiating and creating new ways of how to feel and see these things that you're trying to take precaution on. you know. But as far as Mars being in Gemini, it wants your attentions to be in a place of thinking and communicating and analyzing, being mutable amongst yourself and others. So make sure that's your intentions. Make sure you don't have selfish intentions, because the Moon and Mercury could throw you there by the Moon and Mercury being in Aries. You see what I'm saying? Now, Jupiter is in Libra, and also Mercury and Jupiter is in retrograde. So it's just looking back. You got right now. You probably looking back towards past communications that you have with people, past things that made you nervous. You know what I'm saying? It may be a lot of things that may be making you look towards your teeth right now and your mouth. A lot of things like that going on with Mercury being in retrograde, but also with Jupiter being in retrograde, it's also making you look towards past experiences that you had, whether they was good or bad, past learning processes, past wisdom, past knowledges, past situations. I already took her to the stores. Yeah, but she ain't getting nothing else. Alright, past Jupiter, as far as your wisdom, knowledge, and things that you are experiencing right now, it wants you to be in a realm of reality where it's able to initiate and create new ways of how to think and initiate it. I don't know why she's messing me up right now. Like, no, I'm in the middle of a video. God damn. Yeah, but look. As far as Jupiter wants you to gain wisdom and knowledge in an initiated and creative new way. You know what I'm saying? The way you're going to receive it is going to be through information, through communicating, and through harmonizing, being fair, being balanced, and communicating with others. So you got a lot of the back planets making you do things with other people, with a lot of with the Moon and the Mercury making you think for yourself in these interactions by itself. And then the Sun being in Taurus wants you to make sense, wants you to be practical, wants you to be also fair, wants you to also be harmonious. So a lot of times it's just going to balance it out. And just you're going to have this guy wants you to have that fire spirit inside of you, that you're going to have conviction and know what you're going to try to do. And you ain't letting nobody take your emotional stance into another place, into another realm of reality or location that you don't necessarily need to be in. Now, as far as Jupiter, I kind of got thrown off a little bit, so sorry about y'all. Sorry about that. But Jupiter being in Libra is cardinal air, initiating and creating new ways of how to think, and initiating and creating new ways of how to communicate. So right here, with it being in Jupiter, this is what you have to do with the experiences in your life. The experiences that you're going through and how you gain wisdom and knowledge, and things that you're going through in your life. You have to kind of be fair, be harmonious, understand the balance between you and whoever person, place, or thing in the situation that you're in. See things from other people's point of view, and be able to initiate and create new ways of how to think and communicate about whatever issues, about whatever's going on, and into the experiences that you're going through. And as long as people are adding each other with ideas and communicating with each other and uplifting each other and not putting each other in realms of realities that's dealing with negative things and trying to be fair and harmonious and grouping up together amongst negative bases, as long as we're doing that on positive basis, the experiences should be pleasant, should be fair, should be harmonious, and should be able to gain pleasures out of it and things that you want, other than doing it in a negative way. Because, you know, Libra could be a manipulative sign also. When it comes, anytime somebody trying to initiate and create new ways of how to think and communicate, you may be an Aquarius and got your fixated way of how you think and communicate about a certain situation, and then you got this Libra coming around you like, oh nah, but I see it this way, and I just understand it to be like this, and if we all communicate in this way, everything would be cool. And you like, yeah, that does make sense because everything is fair and harmonious. At the same time, this Libra is getting everything out of you that they need based upon you think you being this person being fair, or this person being a good friend or something like that. And this person then took all your girlfriends, then took all made you spend all your money. You know what I'm saying? And all they did was conversate with you. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think about these things. So keep that in mind. Now, also, we got Saturn also in retrograde. So you have to look towards past ways of how to gain stability in your life, or how other people gain stability in their life, or whatever restrictions that they had and the restrictions that you need to see in your life. For an example, if you're doing something like overindulging, right now Saturn is going to put something in your life to show you that whatever you was overindulging on is something that you need to rectify, something that you need to put more sense into, more practical sense, and then for you won't be keep overindulging in that, and you can gain stability in your life around that concept. But as far as right now, Saturn is in Sagittarius. So the way people are gaining structure in their life is from education, higher learning, spiritual annotations, seeing the broad perspective of the world, feeling certain ways about things, and feeling their way through life through experiences. So this is the way people are. So it's a very changeable time, the way people are gaining structure in their life. Like, it's in very different, mutable, different, all kind of different ways right now. And it's not new, or it's not fixed, but it's just a collaboration of ideas from the past, present, and the future, and come to a broad perspective now. And now people looking at it like, oh, we could use this for this, and gain structure in our life from this, and we can use this for this, and oh, you know this, and you went to school that long, or you got this kind of knowledge, or we got this kind of computer, or we got this kind of camera, or we could do this. This is what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you understand religion like that? Oh, I understand spirituality like this. Oh, well, let's create a show around it. See, that's what's going on, because Saturn is practicality, reality. Saturn is what you could bring into reality and gain stability in your life with. And whatever sign is in, that's how it's going to do it. And with Saturn being in Sagittarius, it's going to do it in the realm of reality of education, religion, spirituality, you know what I'm saying, and seeing a broad philosophical point of view of the world. So this is why you got a lot of metaphysic things popping up right now, and the new generation, this is what they into and things of that nature, because this is what they're trying to gain stability in their life with, spirituality and things of that nature, and metaphysics, long distance travels and stuff like that. Now, we got Uranus in Aries still, Neptune in Pisces still, Pluto in Capricorn still. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go to the sextiles, oppositions, squares, and trines. Now, what's actually benefiting from a Uranus standpoint is the Moon and Mercury, because the Moon and Mercury is in Aries, the same as Uranus. So right here, they're conjuncting also. Well, the Moon is not conjuncting, but it's going to be there probably by the end of the night. So let's just call it what it is. The Moon and Mercury is conjuncting Uranus right now. So right now, Gaia is conflicted right now. What she's going through right now is her emotions and her feelings amongst things, and the way she think, communicate, and analyze amongst things is going through rapid change. It's going through opposition right now. But it's also experiencing unique and originality. And all this is happening in the realm of reality of the way people see things and the way people feel about things. So off the bat, with this placement right here, it's going to put out an energy on the earth to make you feel like whatever your emotional stance on things is unique for you and not for nobody else. It's uniquely yours. And right now, everyone feel uniquely themselves right now. Nobody feel like someone else. Don't nobody even want to be like somebody else right now. Everybody want to be like themselves. And if they do have a Leo or Pisces or something else in their chart that makes them want to express themselves in someone else, what they're going to do is they're going to take these traits and elaborate it into a realm of reality that suits them. So even if they taking certain cues from their favorite actors or favorite artists or things of that nature, they're going to absorb it and mix it in what they do to the point that they can still feel comfortable or they can still feel unique and original. So that's what's going on right now with Uranus actually conjuncting the Moon and Mercury, and people are talking about it right now. People like to communicate about how different they is. People like to analyze and conversate about how different they is. Even the situations that they're going through, the changes that they're going through is very unique and original. And people feel in your emotional stance on things feel very unique to you. And a lot of times you feel like you may not even want to express your emotions and feelings because they may not be on par with someone else's. So you want to keep it to yourself because you feel like it's uniquely you. Okay, what she was talking about? Chips. You want the barbecue chips?
No, not really, no.
Oh. She was lying?
I don't.
What you mean you don't know? There you go. I mean, let me know if you want them though.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, but as far as the generational planets, Uranus is making you go through a lot of change, and you're going to experience a lot of rebellion. So, but it's going to make you feel that way. You feel like you're going to experience rebellion when you express your emotional response on things of that nature. But that's not technically the case. It's just when we start to deal with the angles right now, that's what's being thrown upon you. These kind of feelings is being thrown upon you. You see what I'm saying? Now, when we go to, you're also trying Saturn. So with all that right there, this helps you gain stability in your life. When you're able to understand the uniqueness and originality of yourself. You see what I'm saying? This is going to help you gain stability in your life because we know the trines create the gift. The gift could be good or bad, but let's just say in this case it's a good gift. And when you the more and more you initiate and create new ways of how to see and feel about your emotional response and stance on things, the more and more you initiate and create new ways of how to think, of how to feel and see the way you think, communicate, and analyze, the more you're going to be able to have the gift to find new ways of how to gain stability in your life. You may meet somebody or understand something or get enlightened about something you wasn't enlightened about before because you wasn't using leadership qualities. So Sagittarius being in Saturn, by that trining the Moon and Mercury and Uranus, the more and more you apply the Moon and Mercury, the more and more you're going to be able to see ways and have the gift of seeing ways of gaining stability in your life. Now, the Moon, Mercury, and Uranus is opposing Jupiter. So off the bat, the experiences in your life that you go through, you're not going to quite understand it. You're not going to be on the same par as the experiences that you go through. As far as things that you need to learn from, gain wisdom from, a lot of times when you're going through these situations in life, this angle, this opposition right here within the Moon and Mercury and Jupiter is going to give you the sense of how what you think and how you communicate and your emotional response to things. When you go through experiences in life, it's gonna make you feel like all this is because of you. Like this is happening because of you, or this person did this because of you. It could be two other people arguing, and it can have nothing to do with you. When you start to experience this, you're gonna feel to a certain degree that this got something to do with you. And if you just wasn't around, or if you just didn't say this, or if you just wouldn't happen. So right now, that's the kind of situations you need to gain wisdom and knowledge from right now, because that's what's going on with the opposition between Jupiter and the Moon and Mercury. Now, how this could become a give and receive match is if you can have your emotional response on things and have your initiate and create new ways of how to see and feel what you're thinking about and communicate. As long as you're adding Venus and Pisces, Mars and Jupiter, then you're going to be all right with this Mars and Gemini. Yeah, Venus and Pisces, Mars and Gemini. Then you're going to be all right with this Jupiter being in Libra, because Libra trines Mars, which is Mars is in Gemini, so Jupiter is going to trine that, and then Venus is in Pisces, and we know Venus is exalted in Pisces, and Venus rules Libra. So off the bat, it's giving you highly relatable energies to overcompensate to how your emotional stance and how you communicate and think about things. You see what I'm saying? So it's not, it don't want to put you too much in the selfish realm of reality, but it's putting you in a realm of reality where you can understand selfishness and ego for what it is, but be able to set it aside for the sake of whatever situation you're going through. And the situation doesn't have to be volatile. You don't have to be burning no bridges or be super upset about the minor things that people do in your life that you didn't quite get upset about last month. You see what I'm saying? Now, as far as now Taurus is kind of out the way. This is way out the way from everything, because the sun being in 4 degrees Taurus is not making no direct angle to anything. It's not making a direct angle to the Moon, Mercury, not even Pisces, because Pisces is 28 degrees right now in Venus. It's not making any angle to Mars, Jupiter, and then if you want, not even Saturn. So you know, right now, Neptune is conjuncting, not conjuncting, but in the same sign is Venus. So right now you're gonna have a lot of love, appreciation, value, and you're gonna relate to all things of spirituality, the mystic realm, mysticism. That's what's going on right now. Everyone having a love and appreciation for this, a newfound love for metaphysics, the limits that mankind has, spirituality. So I guarantee you, all conscious people that you may follow on the internet or stuff like that, I guarantee a lot of their videos that they drop right now is going to have something to do with mysticism or metaphysics, or, you know what I'm saying, or something that has to do with spirituality. It's not going to be such mundane or earth or reality type basis, or trying to tie spirituality to reality. It's going to be more just based on metaphysics and things of that nature, and that's what people are going to be doing for the next couple of days. Now, also, with Pluto being in Capricorn, is going to sextile Venus and Neptune. So what happens here is, it's sextiling because it's 19 degrees. So, you know, it's sextiling. So right now, the deep transformations that Gaia is going through and putting amongst the world, and the deep desires that is given everybody, and the intuition that is given everybody, right now is giving everybody that in a real imagination type way. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be opportunities, because we know sextiles is opportunities. So you're going to see opportunities to be able to transform your life in a very spiritual way, very fantasy way, imagination type way. You know what I'm saying? Creative type way. So, you know, you have to keep that in mind. So everything is going to be fantasy-like, and the transformative situations that you're going through may not necessarily be as harsh as they appear to be. Because anytime a planet is making an angle to Pisces, that Neptune factor is going to be there. And the illusion that you may have of the situation that you in may not be what it appear to be. And Pluto is deep transformation. So it may be something little that's going on in your house, in your life, or one of your houses, that impact you a lot more than it should. And then with Neptune there, it can put you into that illusion. You're going to witness a lot of opportunities, because it's a sextile. So you're going to witness a lot of opportunities to see the imagination and the illusion of the situation that you're going through. So you could add a super harsh illusion onto the situation, and it may not even be that harsh. Or it could be vice versa. You could do that with appreciation too. You could jump into situations that transform you, and you could get overexcited. Like things that didn't make you that happy before make you overly happy now. And you're like, people are like, damn, why are you so excited for this? This is some regular shit. So you know what I'm saying? Especially with Pisces being in Venus. You know what I'm saying? So try not to let any overindulging right now transform you, because you could drink too much right now, and whatever you drink